Hey, lovely people. Amy Robinson here, writing with Amy, of course, on to encourage you. We are still reading in Proverbs. We are on Proverbs Chapter 25. We're going to jump right in and get this wisdom. So, Proverbs Chapter 25. These also are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, transcribed. It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. As the heavens for height and the earth for depth, so the heart of kings is unsearchable. Take away the impurities from the silver, and there comes out a vessel for the smith. Take away the wicked before the king, as his throne will be established in righteousness. Do not boast in the presence of the king, and do not stand in the same place as great people. For it is better that it be said to you, "Come up here," than for you to be placed lower in the presence of a prince, whom your eyes have seen. Do not go out hastily to argue your case. Otherwise, what will you do in the end? When your neighbor humiliates you, argue your case with your neighbor, and do not reveal the secret of another, or one who hears it will put you to shame, and the evil report about you will not pass away. Like apples of gold in settings of silver is a word spoken at the proper time, like an earring of gold and a jewelry piece of fine gold, is a wise person who offers rebuke to a listening ear. Like the cold of snow in the time of harvest is a faithful messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the soul of his masters. Like clouds and winds without rain is a person who boasts of his gifts falsely. Through patience, a ruler may be persuaded, and a gentle tongue breaks bone. Have you found honey? Eat only what you need, so that you do not have it in excess and vomit. Let your foot rarely be in your neighbor's house, or he will become weary of you and hate you. Like a club, a sword, and a sharp arrow is a person who gives false testimony against his neighbor. Like a bad tooth and an unsteady foot is confidence in a treacherous person in time of trouble. Like one who takes off a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar on soda, is one who sings song to a troubled heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. The north wind will bring rain, and a gossiping tongue brings an angry face. It is better to live on a corner of the roof than in the house shared with a contentious woman. Like cold water to a weary soul, so is good news from a distant land. Like a trampled spring and a polluted well, so is a righteous person who gives way before the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it glory to search out one's own glory. Like a city that is broken into and without walls, so is a person who has no self-control over his spirit. Self-control is a big thing, especially when it comes to utilizing wisdom. A lot of times, we don't want to use the wisdom. We just want to spew out whatever emotional outburst we have. And normally it doesn't really give you the result that you want. You might feel a release or relief in that moment, but long term, it wasn't a wise decision, and you're going to have consequences for it. So a lot of times we just need to sit back, chill out for a second, and either wait for God to make that decision, tell us what to do in that situation, or stop and just use the wisdom that you already have and think about the consequences of your actions. So slow down, and we're going to listen to God and make wiser decisions in our life. Proverbs 25, be back with Proverbs 26. Amy Robinson, writing with Amy. Be blessed.